Did you know that in Japanese real estate, the relationship you have with your landlord can actually be a huge deal? When you first move to Japan from overseas, it's totally normal to feel a bit lost. You're probably thinking, how do I navigate this relationship successfully? Japan is famous for its unique culture, unspoken rules, and distinct manners, and it can definitely be confusing at first. But don't worry. Today we're going to break down everything you need to know. I'm talking about the cultural background of Japanese landlords, the specific challenges foreigners face in the rental market, and practical tips complete with real-life examples on how to build and maintain a great relationship. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge you need to make your life in Japan smoother and more comfortable. Make sure to stick around until the very end and start putting these tips to use right away. When you hear the word homeowner in Japan, it often means much more than just landlord. Historically, the homeowner was a central figure in the local community. They weren't just collecting rent. They acted almost like a community guardian, an advisor, and sometimes even a problem solver for their tenants. In the old days, they might have stood as a guarantor for a tenant getting married, offered advice on job searches, or helped mediate everyday life problems. Often, the homeowner was a local resident, someone you knew and trusted, making them the nucleus of the neighborhood community. Of course, things have changed significantly in modern times, especially in the big cities like Tokyo and Osaka. Now, management companies are much more common, and you might not even meet your landlord directly. However, there are still many landlords who manage their own properties, and some even live in the same apartment building. These landlords often still operate with that traditional mindset, feeling a deep sense of responsibility to look after their tenants. So, instead of seeing your homeowner as someone who might be a nuisance or meddlesome, try to reframe it. View them as someone who cares about your well-being and is invested in your stable life in their property. This shift in perspective is the first major step to building a positive relationship. Let me give you a concrete example. I once knew a foreign tenant who initially found it annoying that his landlord would drop by on weekends to check on things like the cleanliness of the building or the proper sorting of the trash. It felt like an invasion of privacy. But once he realized, the homeowner is doing this to maintain the property value and ensure a harmonious living environment for everyone, he started greeting the landlord with a smile and making light conversation. The whole relationship became incredibly smooth and positive. In Japan, a visible face-to-face relationship is highly valued. Simple, friendly interaction is the crucial first step. While it's true that many modern landlords are more relaxed and don't mind the old customs, the oyasan still holds the ultimate decision-making power over property maintenance and major repairs. This is why a foundation of trust is absolutely essential. If you have a plumbing issue or need a major repair, having that good relationship ensures you get a quick and smooth response. It really pays off to be a good tenant from day one. For foreigners, renting in Japan comes with its own set of cultural and procedural quirks that can be very confusing. Let's look at 4 areas where newcomers often stumble. Number 1. The complex cost structure. This is a big one. In Japan, your monthly rent is just the beginning. When you sign a contract, you're hit with initial costs like security deposit, key money, and often an agency fee. Then, during your tenancy, you might face a contract renewal fee, and when you move out, you'll be responsible for the restoration fee. Many foreigners ask, wait, why do I have to pay for this? Understanding and strictly adhering to these unique payment rules, whether it's the rent due date or a renewal fee, is the absolute foundation of maintaining a good relationship with your landlord and the management company. Number 2. Cultural and language barriers. Language is the obvious barrier, as many Japanese landlords and neighbors don't speak English, but the cultural differences can be even trickier. For example, trash disposal is notoriously strict and complex, varying by municipality. Plus, noise late at night, the use of shared communal areas, or rules regarding pets. These Japanese-specific manners can be a minefield if you're not aware of them. Here are some specific common cases that often happen to foreign residents. You might hear stories about being warned for running the washing machine late at night, or receiving a complaint from neighbors because of incorrect trash sorting. Another frequent one is being told off for leaving personal items in a shared communal area. These are the kinds of things that can cause friction if you're not aware of the specific Japanese customs. The key is to understand the Japanese focus on harmony and consideration. Demonstrating that you are making an effort to learn and adapt is crucial. Number 3. The communication gap. Sometimes problems arise simply because there isn't enough direct communication. In cities, management companies often act as a buffer, and you might never see your landlord. But you also need to understand Japanese communication style, the concept of true feelings and public stance. A Japanese person, whether it's a neighbor or a landlord, will often avoid confronting you directly to maintain a peaceful relationship. Instead, they might complain to the management company, who then contacts you indirectly. If the management company sends you a notice saying, "We have received a report about noise from a neighbor," you should not take it as just a simple piece of information. It is a very strong, polite, and indirect message that means, "Please fix this immediately." You must make an effort to communicate effectively, even if your Japanese is basic. A little communication goes a long way. Number 4. Strict adherence to living rules. This one seems obvious, but it's often overlooked. If your lease says no pets, it means absolutely no pets. Furthermore, rules about communal spaces are non-negotiable. You are not allowed to place personal items like shoes, bikes, or furniture in shared areas like corridors, stairwells, or the entrance lobby. Breaking these rules will inevitably lead to a warning from the landlord or management, and in severe cases, you could face penalties or even termination of your lease. By being diligent and following all the rules from the start, you can easily avoid these common pitfalls and ensure a smooth tenancy. Now that we know the challenges, let's focus on the solution. How do you actively build a strong, positive relationship with your homeowner and your neighbors? Here are 4 key strategies. Strategy 1. The power of greeting and communication. This is the most fundamental step. If your landlord lives nearby or manages the property in person, a simple, cheerful konnichiwa and a smile every time you see them can instantly improve your relationship. Extend this to your neighbors as well. Japan places a high value on social reputation. If the local community views you as a polite and respectful neighbor, that positive impression will filter back to your landlord and solidify their trust in you. Be the person who always says hello. Strategy 2. Absolute compliance with living rules. It's the baseline requirement for being a good tenant. This means meticulously separating your trash according to the local schedule, keeping noise levels down, and respecting all rules concerning common areas. As a foreigner, the effort you put into understanding and respecting these rules will make a huge difference in your image. It shows the community that you are committed to living harmoniously within their culture. Strategy 3. The small gift culture. Japan has a beautiful tradition of giving small gifts as a gesture of thanks, apology, or seasonal greeting. When you first move in, you can present your landlord with a small gift, saying, "Thank you in advance for your kindness." It doesn't need to be expensive. A small box of local Japanese snacks, or even a treat from your home country, will be deeply appreciated. It humanizes the transaction. Strategy 4. The art of subtle consideration. It's important to avoid inconveniencing the landlord, prioritize communication, and adhere to the rules, even in small matters. These tiny acts of transparency and courtesy prevent misunderstandings and build deep trust over time. If you have a problem, address it politely and promptly. Think of little things you can do. If you see your landlord inspecting the property on a rainy day, offer them an umbrella if you have an extra. If the communal garbage area looks messy, take a moment to tidy it up. These minor actions create a reputation as a responsible and trustworthy tenant, someone the landlord can safely rely on. To sum up, for any foreigner hoping to thrive in Japan, understanding the cultural background of the homeowner and proactively tackling the unique challenges is key. Let's quickly review the 4 main points you need to stay mindful of. First, understand non-rent costs. Be prepared for and pay all fees, key money, deposits, renewal fees on time. Second, respect rules of coexistence. Pay strict attention to noise, communal area usage, and especially the complex garbage disposal rules. Third, prioritize communication. Even if your Japanese is basic, make an effort to talk to your landlord or management. Fourth, Rule compliance is law. On top of this, remember to leverage the positive strategies. Offer a small gift to convey your appreciation, and use daily acts of consideration to build a better relationship. Having a strong, trusting relationship with your landlord and neighbors will make your daily life so much more comfortable and minimize potential conflicts, especially for foreign residents becoming that familiar. Polite neighbor with a recognizable face offers a deep sense of psychological security. On mooovin, you can search for apartments in Japan from anywhere in the world. We offer support in Japanese, English, Chinese, and Vietnamese. So be sure to check out our official website from the link in the description. If you thought this video was helpful or interesting, please subscribe and hit the like button. Well then, see you in the next video. I'm cheering with all my heart for your happy life in Japan. Bye bye.